Over 4,200 drivers annually shell out devastating five-figure repair bills simply because they skipped one crucial suspension maintenance habit, a routine costing under $25 that could have preserved their struts, control arms, and ball joints for decades. In the next 12 minutes, you'll uncover 12 suspension maintenance secrets most mechanics keep to themselves, including 3 bonus techniques that cost practically nothing, yet prevent thousands in catastrophic repairs. A simple polymer treatment, regular fluid monitoring, and strategic weekly cleaning are all that stand between you and suspension failure. Preventive maintenance secrets. Secret number 1. Monitor your power steering fluid religiously. Picture your suspension components slowly grinding themselves to dust because you overlooked a simple power steering fluid inspection, a negligence that transforms into cascading damage across tie rods, control arms, and steering knuckles. When fluid levels drop or contamination builds up, hydraulic pressure spikes brutally stress ball joints and connecting hoses, triggering premature component failure, violent steering feedback, and repair estimates easily surpassing $900 per axle. But here's the game changer. Examine your power steering reservoir monthly, verify fluid sits above minimum lines and maintains clean appearance. Schedule complete fluid exchanges every 50,000 miles or 2 years to ensure effortless operation. Total protection, zero surprises. One smart driver caught murky fluid early and avoided a $1,400 tie rod catastrophe with a simple $80 service. Secret number 2. Blast away corrosive salt weekly. Envision driving through winter's salty aftermath while corrosive crystals systematically devour your suspension's metal framework, transforming robust control arms and mounting brackets into brittle disaster zones. Salt functions like industrial acid when moisture and oxygen join the party, creating destructive rust cavities on tie rods, brake lines, and subframe anchors. Even when surfaces appear perfectly healthy, coastal drivers face amplified destruction as sea air accelerates corrosion, allowing microscopic salt particles to pulverize metal components with every brake application. Execute a rapid weekly undercarriage blast using home pressure washers or $25 commercial spray bays to eliminate hidden salt deposits, preventing thousands in structural repairs before corrosion penetrates beyond surface cleaning. One local driver ignored this protocol and confronted a $4,800 subframe replacement last season. Corrosion never rests. Secret number 3. Retorquic suspension fasteners during every service. Even premium suspension systems collapse when critical bolts loosen from relentless vibration, an oversight triggering fractured frames, deteriorated bushings, and ball joints, plus alignment chaos. Research demonstrates that skipping regular torque verification can slash suspension longevity by 40%, particularly after off-road adventures or construction zone navigation, transforms every mile into a fastener-loosening bombardment. Consider this: Formula One teams retorque hundreds of suspension bolts between sessions because microscopic looseness can trigger catastrophic failures at racing speeds. Following every tire rotation means 5,000, 8,000-mile intervals. Demand suspension fasteners be retorqued to manufacturer specifications. Investing $120 today prevents thousands in damage and eliminates accident risks. Secure bolts, confident driving. One unfortunate driver bypassed this procedure and suffered control arm fracture at 38,000 miles. Secret number 4. Execute wheel alignments without delay. Surprisingly, misaligned wheels unleash destructive forces throughout your complete suspension network. Even minor 2mm toe discrepancies create uneven weight distribution, forcing ball joints, tie rods, and control arms to battle unnatural positioning. Studies reveal 40% of drivers postpone recommended alignments beyond safe intervals, fearing service scams only to witness uneven tire wear escalate into thousands in secondary damage to shocks and wheel bearings. Invest $175 in professional wheel alignment each oil change cycle or tire replacement, plus capitalize on complimentary alignment inspections at service facilities. This modest investment halts premature wear, maximizes tire longevity, and maintains precise suspension geometry. Proper alignment equals enduring suspension health. If any of these maintenance secrets has you reconsidering your current approach, hit that like button and subscribe for more exclusive automotive insider knowledge, and comment below sharing which secret caught you most off guard. Component care and selection secrets. Secret number 5. Invest in premium replacement components. Choosing bargain basement aftermarket ball joints over OEM quality might save you $30 initially, but frequently results in premature failure and expensive towing scenarios within months. Poorly engineered parts accelerate deterioration in surrounding components, create alignment disasters, and generate additional labor expenses when technicians must correct improper fitments or modify mounting interfaces. Here's the smart approach: always specify OEM or manufacturer-approved premium aftermarket brands. Replace suspension elements in matched pairs and confirm precise fitment before installation to guarantee consistent ride height and handling characteristics. I witnessed an economy tie rod completely fail after just 3 weeks, destroying an otherwise perfectly calibrated front suspension setup. Secret number 6. Maintain optimal tire conditions. Recognize that your tires serve as your suspension system's primary impact absorbers, specifically designed to cushion shocks that would otherwise punish struts and dampers. Underinflated tires amplify impact forces by 35%, channeling every road imperfection directly into ball joints and control arms, accelerating wear patterns and increasing failure probability. Additionally, oversized or mismatched tire selections during off-road excursions can reduce shock absorber lifespan by 30%, compromising both handling precision and ride comfort. Sustain tire pressure at manufacturer-specified PSI levels, conduct monthly inspections, and execute rotations every 5,000 to 8,000 miles, optimizing tread longevity and shock durability. Proper tire maintenance equals proactive suspension protection. One enthusiast discovered this principle too late when budget tires destroyed his premium shocks in under 18,000 miles. Pressure management is fundamental. Secret number 7. Shield your strut mount assemblies. Realize that a $25 strut mount functions as your suspension's critical gatekeeper, quietly absorbing road vibrations, minimizing cabin disturbances, and securing struts for precise handling and comfort delivery. However, inexperienced shops frequently overlook these components until rubber boots rupture, mounts dislodge after severe pothole impacts, or excessive top nut torque fractures the housing assembly. Worse yet, neglected mount failure necessitates complete strut replacement costing $900 to $1,500 per axle. But here's the insider tip: quarterly application of AT205 rubber conditioner on mount surfaces restores flexibility, seals microscopic cracks before expansion, and extends mount service life by years. Always adhere to factory torque specifications when securing top nuts, and navigate potholes at controlled speeds. Preserve mounts now, prevent expensive strut replacements later. Protected mounts equal whisper quiet operation. Driving behavior secrets. Secret number 8. Eliminate excessive cargo weight. What's the most destructive payload lurking in your vehicle? Surprisingly, it's accumulated excess weight you never considered problematic. Every unnecessary pound compresses springs and shock absorbers, reduces available suspension travel, and overloads bushings, transforming routine commutes into endurance tests. Modern manufacturers eliminate full-size spare tires. Only 35% of current vehicles include traditional spares, yet countless drivers accumulate equipment, groceries, and recreational gear, unknowingly accelerating component deterioration. Rough terrain driving compounds these overload effects exponentially. Remove all non-essential cargo. Retain only emergency equipment and compact tire inflation tools to liberate your suspension from unnecessary stress. Eliminating surplus weight prevents repair expenses that frequently exceed $4,200 every 3 years due to premature spring and shock failure. Minimal cargo equals maximum longevity. Secret number 9. Respect road surface limitations. Visualize your favorite scenic route transforming into a suspension torture chamber, every bump and depression hammering coil springs and control arms like industrial machinery. Laboratory testing revealed coil springs fail after merely 1,180 cycles on deteriorated pavement versus 21,400 cycles on smooth surfaces. The situation worsens when lower control arms fracture after 3,240 rough road cycles, but could survive millions of impacts on maintained highways. Practice vehicular restraint, minimize aggressive pothole navigation, reduce speeds on uneven road sections, and avoid repeated high-velocity impacts. This disciplined approach can extend spring service life from 18 months to over 2 decades, saving approximately $4,200 every 3 years in component replacement costs. Gentle operation yields endless reliability. Understanding normal versus concerning. Secret number 10. Distinguish harmless surface cracks. Witnessing spiderweb patterns of hairline fractures across rubber bushings might appear alarming, but typically represents natural polymer aging under constant flexing and thermal cycles. These superficial fissures rarely compromise actual suspension performance, so panicking over every minor crack leads to unnecessary component replacements, inflated service bills, and wasted labor hours, often replacing perfectly functional $50 rubber components. The situation becomes more complex when considering diagnostic accuracy. Visually inspect bushings during scheduled tire rotations. When cracks remain shallow and silent without splits or excessive movement, leave them undisturbed, but schedule immediate replacements at first signs of separation or audible noise to prevent expanded damage and costly repairs. One experienced mechanic recalled unnecessarily replacing an $1,800 control arm assembly when harmless surface cracking was misinterpreted. Avoid this expensive mistake. Secret number 11. Recognize cold weather audio phenomena. Last winter, you probably heard disturbing clunks from frozen bushings and immediately feared suspension collapse. In reality, rubber components naturally harden during low temperatures, producing harmless rattling until engine heat and road friction restore normal flexibility. The phenomenon intensifies during extreme cold snaps when even premium bushings temporarily lose elasticity. When noises disappear after several miles of driving, you're experiencing normal thermal expansion, not impending catastrophe. Only investigate persistent sounds after your vehicle reaches complete operating temperature. One neighbor unnecessarily spent $850 chasing phantom winter clunks before discovering patience provided the solution. Observe first, repair later. Secret number 12. Adapt to modern sealed systems. Remember when you could grease every suspension joint at home? Contemporary suspension designs utilize rubber-to-metal interfaces without traditional grease fittings, sacrificing serviceability for reduced weight and tighter manufacturing tolerances. This transition occurs because manufacturers prioritize minimal maintenance requirements, but leaves rubber boots and bushings vulnerable to desiccation and premature cracking without periodic lubrication access. Your maintenance lifeline now involves regular rubber conditioning using products like AT205 Reseal. Quarterly applications maintain seal supplants, prevent squeaking development, and replace the lost lubrication capabilities of traditional grease systems. One dedicated DIY enthusiast credits this single maintenance habit with doubling his suspension component lifespan. Condition rubber, eliminate friction. And there you have it, 12 insider suspension maintenance secrets that preserve your ride's smoothness, safety, and shock-free operation for years ahead. From strategic AT205 applications to monthly fluid monitoring and weekly undercarriage cleaning, these techniques transform simple habits into substantial savings. Coming next, we'll reveal 11 hidden automotive issues silently draining $3,200 annually from unsuspecting drivers. Don't miss this critical information.